If you can duplicate that every time, then it's just a matter of putting yourself on the right spot. So we're going to do triples with 3 darts.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what, you should throw all 3 at this, because there's times you're going to need to hit all 3 in the triples.
Okay.
Triples are scoring. They're not winning. They're not going out. And that's why I think in the practice routine, when I first told you to do your doubles, I didn't know that it was 6 darts. I'm glad you're going to start doing the 3, because that's closer to real world.
Yeah.
And now this is this part of it is to shake it up. You get bored going around the board, so you don't want to do it more than once. Do something else in between, and if you want to do the same routine, also the bullseyes, but the triples a big deal.
So am I going 1 through 20, or what do you want to do?
You don't need. Oh no, you go on the scoring numbers, the cricket numbers.
Okay.
Because why go to a 666 when you can hit a single 18? That's why I'm saying you go only the cricket numbers.
Adjustment, the second dart?
Yeah, the first dart was guess.
It was a line, I threw it.
Yeah, like when you in your videos say, I'm going to hit this just above there.
Yeah.
You are absolutely looking at that. The difference in your first shot that you just did, you're looking at the entire 20. At least that's the way it looked to me.
Well, the result was that, for sure. And the second one was, all right, now I can throw a little firmer and aim for the red.
Yeah, and you shoot that 20, you probably shot it 500,000 times. And so in your body and your mind, you'll find that zone. You put one up there, you know where the second one's going to go. Yeah. And then the third one is...
it's like bonus almost.
Yeah, well, bonus. It's really where you've been practicing.
That'll be a separation between the amateurs and the pros, right? Because you've got an 80, now we need to get a 20 at minimum.
Well, when you're shooting it for a match, the next time it'll probably be a ton or a ton 40. Because you found it, you remember, and it's already been practiced into you. These things we've been doing, you don't have a point of reference. You know, one that you can register in your mind. All right, my next favorite number. This one is as important in my mind. In my mind, as the 20. It's a bailout shot that hurts them. If let's say they stay on the 20 and they're going for the maximum, they kiss off and hit a 5 or a 1. You hit 2 20s, you go down and nail that 19. I mean, before they do that, who's ahead? But the maximum's always fun.
That was a lot.
But you know it. The second one was a good stroke, but you moved, so you subconsciously threw it a little harder.
The second dart was a touch dart, and I don't want that. The lob, like a touch pass. Yeah. I don't want that, and that's what I don't like about it.
Now, in your practice, this is where you can adjust. You just realized something there on that number. Now use it. Go back to it if you like. There's no rules to it. Yeah, there's no rules to it. If you discover something, then work it. See, you just got a payoff from what you learned on the previous shot. At least I think you did. What other explanation do you have?
Well, the first one's a little high. The next one's a little firmer, but it went low, and I only had to go in the middle.
What I'm getting at, though, is all of them were on target.
Yeah.
And you did because you learned it from the first shot. But if you had moved on, that would definitely...
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So now you've kind of learned from it. You'll go back to it. Next time you do this, you say, I remember Dad saying, all right, let's move on to the 18. The last one you chucked up on, but the first two were wonderful.
Well, Well, it was triple one.
Yeah, well, but it wasn't a good stroke. You can't duplicate that last stroke.
And go back to it.
Okay. But you're going to be thinking about the stroke.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm looking at the number. I'm looking at the red.
All right, good. You were determined not to think about the stroke. I said it for a reason. Those were beautiful. You were determined not to think about the stroke.
Well, I thought about the follow through, but I also thought about.
Now, you know, I didn't see it that way because you were burning a hole in that with your body. Yes. I can't, you weren't just thinking about the stroke.
I was just trying to hit the number.
Yeah. But what can you? That was the best. If you could do that every time, that whole body thing and the aiming thing. If you can duplicate that every time, then it's just a matter of putting yourself on the right spot. Mm-hmm. All right, 17's another important Hummer. That's okay.
That was a little too much. You know how you can instead of that was a little too far back.
Go back
the wrist was broken too far.
Go back to it. Now this is another one you don't know whether to. I know I said differently. Climb it or come down to it.
Stack it. I'd like stack it. Climb it.
Climb it from the bottom. It's something to think about. But you remember, you're trying to hit the triple.
So I'm thinking lower wire.
Yes, you're looking at that triple wire, and you're looking at just like you do on your videos. I'm looking at the top of that wire. Find a little chip in that wire and aim at it.
Jesus.
This will be one that you're going to want to work on. That 17, I'll tell you something. These numbers are so important for setup on the bigger outs.
91, for example.
Well done. The only time I've ever shot at this 16 was to take 80 out.
80?
80.
Oh, you going triple 16, double 16, is that what that is?
If you yes, 80. That's the only time that I would do that.
I go there 64 sometimes.
64 is a good shot because you got the 888 right above it. This is a key. The reason I'm bringing this up is don't discount it. 80 normally you would shoot at the 20s, right?
Yeah.
Don't discount this pile, this 8 and that 16. They're gold sometimes. Okay, 64 is a natural. Either one of those triples, and that just means your vertical is starting to come into play. So you got a bigger target. The only downside is that because it is a bigger target, so you aim at the wire between the two. Okay. And by the way, after this, we'll talk about you writing down big outs over 100 you want to learn, want to practice taking out. Good. Good strokes.
I need to start a little lower.
Yeah, you want to throw it again, do it. I can't tell. That last one, if it hadn't hit the flight, it probably would have gone in. But that's darts, isn't it? You sure have a nice stroke. It's just learning to trust it. You know, when you don't stroke and follow through, that means you're not burning a hole in that target.
When I don't do what?
When you kind of stop or hold up, that means you're not burning a hole in that target. And that's the discipline, is to combine the two. I'm burning a hole and I'm going to make it. It's like a 1, 2, 3 thing.
Last one was short, and I didn't go all the way through.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
Okay, good. One more set of. What's yeah? When you do you have a practice regimen for the bullseyes? I mean, have you ever set up anything like that as a practice regime? What I was saying is, all right, I'm gonna practice the bull. I want to get 15 bulls.
Okay.
I'm not talking about double as counting as 2, just 15 bulls.
Okay.
And see how I can get it down to under 10 turns. That's something that it's always.
I feel like I can.
It's always goal orientated. If you get 10, if it's easy to do it, you move her down, and as soon as you can get to 5.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's just it's a way to practice at home sometime.
Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.